Hey there, folks. Time once again to do some retro CSS battles where we're going to close out September of 2024, September 28th, 29th, and 30th. How little code can we write and get these shapes done? All right, let's get right to it. I think I see an element. I think I see two elements. Weird elements. Because you've got this issue. Well, it's real interesting, right? So let's put this light green on the background, and let's make an element. I think it's a square. Aspect ratio 1 is how we'll do that to start, and it's got this background color of the same light green, and then we do border, solid, color, and then probably 20 pixels or something. No, it's thicker. All right, so let's use some margins and put this into place. Right now it's there. So I'm going to do which one first? I think what I want to do is do this one, the second one first. So let's the second one first. That didn't make any sense. Sorry about that. It's the one that's closer to the left-hand side is what I mean, despite not being able to articulate that. Okay, so let's move him down a little more. 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're going to make him bigger. So that border is wrong. It should be 30 pixels, 30. And boom, there it is. So how do we make the rest of that? I think we need another one. And let's not set the height, but let's not set the aspect ratio. So to do that, we're going to set a right margin. So we can completely eliminate the need to set a width if we also set this margin correctly. 5, 6, 8, 9, 200, 220, 230, 232. Okay, let's do another one. The second one, we see it already. It's way low. Its margins need a negative margin to start. Probably this number gets smaller. So let's remove 30 from each end. That's my guess. So 2 0 22. Not quite right. And then we're going to make modifications to the second element, which is higher than the other one. Each next Arab element is on top in the stacking order. Like you make a div, if you increase the margins of the next one, it's going to be over top of the one before. So let's keep going. 1, 2, 10. And then this number gets bigger. 3, 4. 3, 4, great. And then this gets smaller. 200, 190, 180. Oh, whoop, wrong number entirely. 210. This number gets a 9, 18. There it is. And so, what do we need to do to create this shape? What do we need to do to this thing to make that work? I think we need a clip path. And so we need a polygon. And it's the upper corner 0, 0, other upper corner 100% 0, right? So top left, right, and then 100%, 100%, and then like 50%, 100%, and then like 0, 50%. And that starts to get at that. Let's make this 60. No, make it 40. And then make this 40. 40. No. Wrong. More. 60. 65. 35. 34. 33. 32. And then this is 66. 67. Oh, it's getting close. 31. 68. And that might be 100%. This is not the way I did it before. I mean, obviously you can make blocks and place and place and place, but this is another way to go. Oh, and it's not working. So that is not 100% match, which is, you know, disappointing. So what can we do different? What do we have going on that's incorrect? What if we zero out these margins? Let's go margin 0 on the body, and then we can, oh, that's going to be what, 240? And this is going to be 170? No, 190. And then this is going to be 50. And this one's going to be 0. It's probably going to be an identical, not correct score. But let's find out. To 99.9%, yeah. I think what that means is this is not the correct approach. So, what is the correct approach? Again, those are the pieces. Well, one thing we can try. What if we do pixel values here? Try that. Maybe there's some variant. No, also 99.9%. So I don't want that. I don't like that. Let's do the blank template again. Let's zero out what we've got. And then we're gonna do it as backgrounds. Or are we? Maybe not. Okay, what do we got? Okay, at a loss. I'm going to start with a conic gradient. In the upper corner, 0, 0. So let's see how far we get doing it that way. Is this a weird way to do it? Yes, it is. At 30 pixels, 30 pixels. 60? 60? And then that size is too big, 90? 80? 80 and 80, I think. That's part one. Oh, nope, that's it. 50 and 50. All right, so that's part one. Then we could do, let's set a margin of 0. I think this is a weird way to do it, Joe. Yeah, it is. Let's do a box shadow inset, and then minus 200 pixels, minus 100 pixels, and then this green. And I got colon after the word inset, and that's no good. Okay. Okay, so 190 instead, no, 190, and then 90. Okay, that's what we got now. Then what? How about another conic gradient? Or is there another box shadow we could do? No, I don't think so. Okay, conic gradient. We'll go in from the top and from the left. Conic gradient at 30 pixels, 30 pixels, and it's actually from 90 degrees. We'll do transparent, 25%, and then green. Not seeing anything. Why? I'm not sure. Let's sort that out. Oh, because I have P and not pixels. So now we got that. Next, I want to do another conic gradient, which is going to be highly similar. Actually, the fact that I'm reusing this means I'm going to turn it into a variable. B is this. So if I just do var B, I get it back, and then var B again. And we get that. Now that's repeating, so I want to know repeat. And then I've got that. I'm out, and maybe. Okay, so let's move that over more. 130 and 130. Then what? Well, can't really reuse that. So, okay. Here's the problem with that guy. I'm gonna put this back, plop, and then plop, and rather than transparent, I'm gonna use the background color. Clomp like that. Now I've got what I want there. And then, well, I take it back. I do want to use this. So now, I do want to reuse it. So, yeah, so let's do it one more time. Once more, var dash dash b. Which is the same as this. So let's put this in place. And then move -1 10 pixels. So it's wonky right now. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then down. Is it 180 also? And then a background color. So yes, very much a strange solution. Let's submit that. See if we've got 100% match. And we do. So yes, that's a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces that are a little bit confusing to look at. And dependent on doing a margin to get that box shadow, or else we need another kind of gradient, which I don't know. It's a weird one. I'm not sure why the clip path didn't work in the way that I would expect it to, but sometimes clip paths can have slightly unpredictable results. So that's a shortcoming. So I've minified. Let's do the unit replace. I don't think there's any. Yeah, no units to replace. So we'll resubmit. And a final answer. That's a fun one. Fun, weird, peculiar. All right. Let's do this guy. Oh, kind of like this. This is nice. And today I am feeling a repeating linear gradient. So what's a repeating linear gradient? Repeating linear gradient. Oh, it's even in there. Do a red. 0, 30 pixels, and then a white. Do this white. 0, 60 pixels. That's how you get stripes. It's great. Now, if I set that at a position 40 pixels, we move it around, and I give it a width and a no repeat, then I get that magic, that little bit of magic. So let's put this into the right place. 150, and 50. So 30 is too much. Let me make it 20. Make this 40. Perfect. I like that a lot. And let's go ahead and make this transparent. And then put this background in the distance. And then we're going to do the same thing again, very, very, very similarly. But we're going to put it at 90 degrees. We need a comma between them. And rather than red, we do yellow. So now you can see that. And we just move him down. Perfect. That's very satisfying to do. Repeating linear gradients are terrific for adding spice, texture, interestingness to your web pages. Like I really like it. Further, something that I don't think I've ever done here is break this up. So I'm going to copy and paste the pieces here, comma. So I'm removing the linear gradient, the two linear gradients, and I'm going to do background repeat, no repeat, right? And I need background position. And here it's 150 pixels, 150, 50, and then 150, 150, and then the background size is the same, background size. And now I'm going to clobber this, and in theory it's the same thing again. Now I do need, so you notice the white just changed a little bit, so I need a background color as well. And let's submit and find out whether we have a full match. I think we do. So if we did more backgrounds, they would alternate the background. So you can have, so right now we've got one background repeat, and that applies to all of them. If I added repeat X, then the second one will adhere to that. Right? So that's kind of cool. And if I do auto as the second background position, well, that doesn't mean anything. Actually, what I meant to do was do size. So that's what that looks like. Kind of fun. Yeah, so playing around, and this is one of the things you see me do here, is do everything on a unified background specifier rather than do this, because you end up going back and forth. Well, okay, I changed that gradient. Oh, I need to change the position of it. Okay, and I change the size. Okay, I need to change the size. And then if you've got a finite number of those, you're bouncing around in the code and having to mentally shift your focus between each of the individual layers. When you do it all as a single background, compound selector, you have better control. Like if one's not working, nuke it, and then each piece stays the same. This way, if I want to change this one to be on top of this one, or change the order, which is fine, but then I have to remember why I did that and how that works, and that's no good. So anyway, let's minify and unit replace. I think I've talked that to death, but it's fun. You know, it's worth your time to learn about background image and how they work. And of course, I nuked it with my minification code. What do we got that's wrong? There it is. This trailing comma. Oh, there we go. And let's minify. Okay, and then unit replace, and then submit. Not paying attention. Talking and not paying attention to the code. Get you every time. All right, that's fine. Next, and the final day of September 2024, I'm going to use the nested template for this, and I'm going to set up. So let's set the background color and the warning that this doesn't work correctly in Firefox, right? Clicking the nested template, Firefox, you won't get anything because it doesn't expand the body tag in the way that the others do. I'm setting up, so let's set some borders. 30, 40, 41, 42, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 92. That border size is not big enough. Is it 35? How about 40? 40. Great. And then let's make that background linear gradient of 45 degrees. So we need the angle, 45 degrees, 50% of that color, and then transparent to let the rest show through. Oh, and of course I got it wrong. Oh, and that should be transparent, not black. And I think that's a solve. Again, 45-degree angled things can have tricky issues matching, but I like this solution. Yeah, that's great. Minify, unit replace, resubmit, and that is a solution. Closing out. I think I still have a few more to do in September 2024, but that's a solution and then a better score than whatever I did in the past. My inclination to do this with conic gradients and yeah, I tamped that down for this. A border, perfect border on the body, HTML constraining that with margins, and then a simple linear gradient to do at an angle to do that line. Very clean. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you enjoyed these videos. I enjoyed doing them. And go check out CSS Battle at CSSBattle.dev. They're a lot of fun. And please do make a web page. Everybody's got web browsers. It's pretty cool. All right, bye-bye.